office, Harambee Avenue.
Never.
There's money for renovations there as well.
Yeah.
There are words that are unprintable, we can't say. But I'm just thinking, what is going on? Hii pesa yote inaenda kufanya nini? Like, how much money is enough for these renovations? Let's not kid ourselves. How can we live so in luxury like this?
You know what it is? I've thought about it for some time now. Because you cannot tell me that you will defund education, which is a fundamental pillar of society. One, you cannot tell me that you have vaccines, life-saving vaccines for babies to prevent diseases that are debilitating in the future, and you don't have money for them. You cannot tell me that you are not able to fund a national health service that essentially is going to get people to get the medical care and attention that they need at whatever level, whether it is primary, whether it is then going on to curative, and then whether it's going on to critical care. You cannot tell me that you don't have money for those things, but that you can get to close to 1 billion shillings to then renovate a house for which you are rarely there. Now you ask, what's the problem? This is the problem. It is insanity. And it actually needs to be looked at from a psychological basis. Because if you're most vulnerable in society, you're sick, you're children who are not able to essentially make those decisions for themselves and need to be cared for. If you're most vulnerable in society are uncared for and you cannot afford to take care of them, but you have money for these other things, there is no sane reason for it. So if 1 + 1 = 2, not caring for your sick, but spending lavishly on things that are not a priority is equals to insanity.
You know what is?
That's it.
Yeah.
Don't go beyond it.
What is priority here is not the vulnerable. What is priority is my comfort. Is me. The rest of you mnaweza jipanga pretty much, you know, because for how many throughout this administration people have complained about education, about healthcare. You know, if where I lived, they came, they dug the road, they left it like that. You know, but the road that heads to State House is under construction right now. There is a turn that is being made beautiful. If you just do the dots, it's all about them.
You're right, it's priority because also in those contracts, that's where the money is, you know?
Yeah.
The renovation, there's somebody who's got the contract, there's somebody who's doing the deal. That's where the money is. And honestly, if we are applying if you're trying, and you know, Okari, if you're looking for the application of common sense or logic to this, forget it. You will not find it. You will not find it today. Even if you wake up very early in the morning tomorrow, you will not find it because it just does not make sense. Don't come and tell us tomorrow that UHC workers are on the street and you promise to deliver UHC, etc. Don't say that to people because people are exhausted. People, it is beyond apathy.
Yeah.
People are mentally, physically exhausted when you get to the point whereby you keep telling them one thing but you keep doing another. It tires people. It does. You can't tell me 890, it's 110 million shillings shy of 1 billion bob. 1 billion shillings is just a third of the money that doctors are looking for to go back to work.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
And this is the kind of thing we're talking about. Didn't they just paint the house the other day?
They did.
What are you looking for?
Every day there's something going on there.
Yeah.
You know, last week you were inspired by the Michael Jackson song. What song is it again?
Heal the
World.
Yeah.
You know, reading this story, there's another Michael Jackson song that comes to my mind. They don't care about us.
Yeah.
And believe, I true, and I think that is the case. If I love you, you will know because of the things that I do, how I talk to you, etc. Also, if I don't feel anything about you, you will know that as well. If I and then beyond that, if I don't actually care, about if you are alive today, you die tomorrow. You will know that too. So look around you, and how can you see? Are we aware of what's going to happen with children when we get into the new school year in 2025? We don't know. What do we know? They don't have enough money. Are they prioritizing it? No. The other day, the new SHA CEO more or less told us that, we're in deep waters here. We're not really sure what's going to happen in terms of money. Your people are on the street. Are you killing them? Yes. So they don't care. That's the truth. And you need to get to the place where you care, because if you don't care about something, the likelihood of you then using steps to now make sure that it flourishes are very low.
So you have more money in a supplementary budget that is quickly approved. But then in the same budget, you forget there's money for examinations.
Yeah.
You forgot,
Vaccines.
we didn't put this vaccines. Trump has pulled funds for USAID. So we're still talking about access to vaccines. We're talking about access to now medicines and critical care that in very many parts of this country that is missing. You're talking about people with diabetes, cancer treatment that is super expensive. So when we talk about health, it's broken down.
Yeah.
Doctors and nurses are constantly on strikes. Your payslip has a deduction of housing levy. If you really care about building these houses, this money that is going to renovate status every year. And it makes me wonder, in the spirit of accountability and transparency, will it be okay? I know it's impossible to happen in Kenya, but I'm just thinking, if you live in your own house and you have a budget to renovate, so let's say it's a burst sewer system, because I have no idea, every day there's groundwork happening. So you don't necessarily see some buildings coming around. So if it is paint, so for the paint job, how much does it cost to paint that whole entire house? Let's even assume it's outside, inside, everywhere. Paint even the grass. How much? Yeah, just do how much money will it cost? Let's talk about flowers, planting flowers, trees. Let's talk about tiles.
Yeah.
Maybe they keep changing tiles every week, depending on the mood or whatever. I have no clue. But I mean, how much? This is too much luxury in a country that is suffering. Sectors that are so critical don't have money. We're basically destroying the future of a generation. And you're gobbling up all this money. It's never ending. How deep is deep? How much is much?
And you see, the saddest part about it all is every other time Kenyans complain about this, but there is no report. The Auditor General report keeps on raising these issues, and no one really seems to care, because Auditor General says, okay, State House, go build A, B, C, D, but is the Auditor General able to go see these tiles came from Italy or Spain?
I mean, guys, listen. In March this year, State House was allocated 3.81 billion, not million, 3.81 billion. March this year, all right? Now, which together with 2.8 billion are waiting the MPs to approve.
That is 5 billion.
Escalates its global budget for the year to 10.92 billion, up from 4.31 billion that the National Assembly approved in June 2024. Now, of the 2.8 billion additional allocation to State House, 358.2 million was withdrawn on May. I want you to listen to this. Mtu alienda aka withdraw 358.2 million was withdrawn on May 15th. One day, 385 million was withdrawn. Now, this is according to the National Treasury schedule. Now,
yeah.
nimechoka na hiyo story.
Welcome
then you
to
people
Kenya.
want to tell me that it's normal.
Welcome
You want to say
Kenya.
it's normal behavior and that everything is okay.
Come on, guys.
You don't need to see a doctor.
And then tunaenda empowerment programs, zote wanapatiwa wheelbarrows, sijui
Motorcycle sewing machine.
Yeah.
We're empowering the women, we're empowering the youth. And nimetoa pesa yangu milioni 10, nimetoa pesa yangu milioni 5 nearly every day.
Where is that money coming from?
So nimetoa million. So I went to my own bank, withdrew, because I really love you people. I really love the women of this country. I love the youth of this country. I withdrew my 10 million I'm giving. Ndu, wewe ulileta ngapi? 5 million.
million.
You also love our people so much.
Yeah.
Dennis, I settle you with
Katu
how much?
mili, katu
Katu
mili.
million.
Yeah.
So we want to empower you because we love you so much. We really love
There's
you
no
so
other
much.
reason.
And then, you know, when we have these football tournaments, we can give all the players 15K but land in 13 choppers, you know, and it's okay.
Yeah. You land in a chopper to give.
You land not one, 13 choppers to give the players 15K.
Because we love
We love you
We love
guys.
our football
Yes,
players. You know, we love our
yes. You have to
country.
show up.
Yeah, we love our country so much. So
Yeah.
even today we'll empower some people somewhere in this country.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
coming today for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, and it's our money.
And you know, we come
Nimetoa
to
kwa
empower
accounts.
you with inaitwanga mbota ya mita mbili. Mbota is watch.
Oh, thanks.
2 million bob. Yeah.
Why don't you just say watch? Okay. But then you people want to tell me that it's normal. Abi? Eh? You want to tell me that it's normal?
SHA should finally work for these people. So we have psychiatric assistance through SHA.
Yeah, something is wrong.
Yeah.
And we actually need to look into it. These are forming some of the conversations that we have this morning. This is the Situation Room. Ndu Dennis and Dennis with you today. And we're just looking at some of these things, and I'm already sad. Very sad at 7 a.m.